Alrighty, welcome to another video. This one's going to be a bit of an experiment. I don't know exactly how well you can hear me because the camera's not pointed right at me. I'll try to talk loud. And of course, I'll review the video before I put it up. One of the other questions I've gotten asked quite a bit is, what do you do? How do you know you're in ketosis? There are many ways to know how you feel, how your body's reacting, whether you're hungry or not. These are okay ways to know. One of the ways I know for sure, though, is I do test my blood. And I will say this on the outset, and I will remind you right before I actually do this. If you're not a big fan of blood, you can go ahead and turn the video off now. At some point here, I'm going to show you how the meter works by taking a sample and checking my ketones. That will involve pricking my finger with the lancet here. And there will be blood. Not lots of it. It's not going to go squirting all over the place, but there will be blood. So if you're squeamish about that, tune out now. I'll understand. The meter I use is the Keto Mojo meter, and I'll leave a link to where you buy this in the description. I'm not an affiliate, by the way, of that company. So this is just the one I use because I personally like it. And I don't get any benefit or profit from you buying it from them. I'm recommending it because it's easy to use and I like it. So having said all that, the starter kit that I got came with the meter, the lancet. These are the extra lancet pieces, and I'll show you how to switch it out in a second. It came with ketone strips, and it came with, those were blood glucose strips, and it came with ketone strips to test your blood. So this meter can test both your blood glucose and your ketones. The process is really simple. You're going to use the lancet here to put a lancet in. You turn this top piece. There's an arrow there. Turn it so that we're in the forward spot. That pulls out. Pull out the old one if you have an old one. And again, sorry about the focus on this. This is a bit of a new experience for me filming this way. Take the new lancet. They come pre-capped. They gave quite a few of them. Twist it to pull the cap off. You can see, I don't know if you can see the little needle or not. Yeah, this is definitely not the most ideal way to film things. You put the new lancet inside that piece. Realign this to where the arrow is at, and it snaps back together. If you see on here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are little measurements on the thing. This allows you to adjust the depth of the needle as how far it's going into you. I have it on the top setting, so it's given a pretty good jab. And now I've already gone to the trouble of making sure my hands are clean. Wash your hands before you do this. You are creating a wound, so wash your hands. You pull back on the lever. There's a button. Let me get my strips ready so that it's a little easier. Put the thing up to your finger, and again, if you are squeamish about blood, this is the point at which you want to stop watching. So having said that, if you're still with us, here we go. You'll hear it click. That means the thing is actually poked me. Apply a little pressure on, and that causes the blood to come out. Take your strip, put it with the sensor end or metal mesh end into the top, and the meter will turn on. I don't know if you can see that or not. The meter will come on. It'll do the CH to let you know that it's checking this thing. This is the glucose one. Make sure you have a good bubble of blood there. Oops, sorry. Put this up to the place, and it'll draw in enough blood to measure. Mine's is 5.4. This is millimoles per liter. The one complaint I have about this thing, is not even a really big complaint, is you can't set it for milligrams per deciliter for glucose, but millimoles per liter for ketones, as I would prefer to. You have to do one or the other. But anyways, the reading goes in. It's a 5.4. It's not a bad reading considering I've eaten recently. This should be your fasting level, and I've eaten, and that's a good one for having eaten. Take the strip back out. It'll turn off. The reading is still in the memory of this thing, though. Now, at this point, you have a choice. The wound probably shouldn't have healed up enough, but if it did, set it again. And you should be changing the lancet every time you do this. They do provide a few lancets, but you'll need to buy more. But you don't want to let the lancet be used too many times because you run the risk of infection. Again, that's why you want your hands clean. Set it again. Get the blood flowing. And then grab the other stick. And again, you'll see this side, I'm not sure you can see it or not actually, has the metal connector ports. Put it in so that's facing towards you. It'll turn the meter on. In this case, it'll recognize that it's going to be reading ketones. That tells you if that you need to make sure that's the batch number of the strips you're using. Put your finger up to the strip so it draws blood in. It'll start a countdown. Again, sorry if you can't see this. There we go. And I'm at 0.9. 0.3 is the bottom line, what they say you need to be in ketosis. 0.5 is really the ideal. So 0.9, I'm doing pretty good in terms of ketone production. Again, you pull this little strip out. It does save it to memory. Now here's where you have choices. And I can't show you how this one works because of the fact that I'm using the phone right now to film. I got this Bluetooth adapter. The Bluetooth adapter has a similar connector port as the other ones do. You plug this in, and this will Bluetooth the results to my phone to the Keto Mojo app. If you don't want to do that, you can turn the device on, and it'll cycle through the results that you just recently got. And then you just leave the device alone. It'll turn itself back off. I like the Bluetooth because it syncs everything for me. Plus, when it Bluetooths the results to the phone, it'll automatically adapt to, the glucose to milligrams per deciliter, which is the easier one to read. So that's why I prefer that. But you can use any kind of app you want to keep the stuff recorded, or you can just this has a memory and it'll save a certain number of readings on the device itself. It's a very easy to use device. It's a very good way to track your results. And that's how I know when I'm staying on point with the diet. If you want to get yourself one of these meters, again, I will leave a link below. If this video was helpful, let me know. If there are ways you think I could improve how I do this, let me know. And that's it for this video. You have a good day.